Okay, we're back. I think. Yeah, okay. This will probably be the last one of this session. But I'm gonna go ahead and look at the devotion chart, just because whenever I do get back around to looking at it again, right? Because of, us getting to Malmouth. There's 3 in Malmouth. There's... Okay, let me count. There's 3 in Malmouth, and then 1, 2, 3. Then there's 11 total in the Forgotten Gods expansion. So we have 3 more left in the immediate. So what I'm going to do is, let's take a look first at physical. Damage, right? Let's see what we have available. Plus 50% physical. Plus 15% poison and acid resistance is cool. Plus 40% physical damage. I like that that Ulzad has good resistances. I'm not sure I like the Ulzad's decree, but that is good. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. That guy. That's something we're not going to be able to achieve. That's not really good either. The boar's not great. We're not going to be able to get Oleron. The hawk is kind of scuffed. That's not good enough, and what we get at the end of it isn't really great. Like, we're at the point where we want to be going for something that will give us a good amount of damage. Like, a good amount of something. We're absolutely not going to be able to get anything that's like over 15 in requirement. Plus 50%. Ah, the bear! Nice! There is a bear in this game. Excellent. Plus 40% physical, plus 50% physical, plus 20 physique. That's not bad. 4% of attack damage converted to health. We have to go with the bear. See, the bear is dangerous. Also, Maul, 20% on attack. Increases armor by negative 15%. That's such a scuffed way to say reduces armor. Alright, what does this do? That's bonus to pets. That's something that we'll be doing on a different run, because I have an idea for a different run where it's a no attacking run, which is pets only. But this thing right here, again, showing bears are the MVP, the most vicious predator. Like, yeah, I like it. Yeah, let's go with the bear. Let's maul our enemies. And then after the bear, we can get, what's his name? This guy. We can get the bear in Forgotten Gods, and we'll get Ulzad. The Herald of Korvac, which is totally... Yeah. Yeah, that's legit. Yeah, that's legit. That is totally... Oh, I love that. I didn't even mean to plan that, but that is, like, perfectly... You'll understand whenever we get to the Forgotten Gods stuff, why that is so funny that we're going to be going with Ulzad. That's like on theme. I can't even believe that. So yes, the bear. We're going with the bear. But for now, this might not be the last one. I don't know. I've got a second wind after that. I want to push through to get our first point in the bear. But that said, why am I wearing a... Why am I using a pistol? Where's my gun? Yeah. What was that about? Why was I randomly using a single-handed weapon? That's stupid. Anyway. Yeah, alright. Whatever. We've got a lot of selling of loot to do, I think. Yeah. We have to sell a ton of loot, and then after that, we are going to Malmouth. Road trip. I mean, at this point, the amount of, like, silver bits that we have is just, silly. Like, I'm not really sure what we would even do with that amount, other than just buy the, storage slots, which is kind of I wish these weren't like weirdly bad, but it is what it is. I'll keep this for whenever I get tired of gaining extra experience, which will be never, but you know, it's always good to keep your options open, I guess. Alright, now that we've cleaned our inventory out, let's get back to it. I always want to go over here because, you know, but nah, we're over here in Barrowholm. Whatever that even means, not that I really know. So we don't, again, get another one until we're in Malmouth. Which takes an Aether Shard, Aether Steel Bolts. Oh, Aether Shard on normal, on Elite, Aether Steel Bolts. Okay. Well, once we get to Malmouth Outskirts, I'll be able to find it. So I need to remember that. Malmouth Outskirts. So now that we got all of that extra crud done... hello. I have no intention of causing any trouble, Caleb. Speak to Scorv, Egdenor, and Barrowholm, huh?
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay, lady.
See you around.
Alright, well, just for funsies, I'll check the, yeah, I figured as much. Now, is this just another NPC? Yeah, okay. This is one of those moments where it's like, okay, this place has an aura of, illusory peace that you see in some games where it's like, yeah, this sunshiny bright spot in the middle of all this horror seems a little odd, doesn't it? Like, typically speaking, and this is just good, this is just good awareness in general. If something sounds too good to be true, it absolutely is. In 99.9 repeating % of cases, it is.
Welcome, traveler. I hope the day finds you great fortune. Do stay for a bit if you need a rest.
I'm looking for the Ugdenbog fetish.
Oh, cutting right through the formalities then. And if it so happens that we have in our possession this thing you seek, why should we just hand it over? I'm afraid if you want something from us, then we are gonna need something from you.
Why do you need it?
Why do you? Oh, but frankly, it comes down to reality. We live in a cruel world where many simply take what they want without any consideration for others. I see this as an opportunity for us to work together.
Sure, let's help each other out.
Glad you agree. it's true. We do have this relic, and it can be yours in exchange for some trivial assistance. Things I'm sure you will have no trouble undertaking. Speak to my friends Tybald and Jordan. And once I've heard back from them, I shall give you what you seek.
I will speak to them. Might as well go to the one that's further off. I'm not very happy about that, but you know, whatever. Okay, Jordith, Evelyn.
A blessed welcome, traveler.
So I'm told that you and Scorv have come to an agreement. Rather unusual, but I am happy to serve as he wishes. Scorv said you need some help? Why yes, there's a small matter of growing our numbers, otherwise we may not be able to sustain ourselves. Travelers around these parts are rare nowadays, made all the worse by the spreading aether fire to the north. But another obstacle is the rampaging cannibals in the northern Ugdenbog. Please do us this favor, seek out the camps of these bloodthirsty fiends and rescue any survivors still drawing breath. Sure. It's too bad Scorv said you are to be left alive. You look like you could at least put up a fight before I gutted you. You'd certainly try. Anyway, Scorv Egdenor said I should help you. Scorv must see something in you I don't, but very well. It is a harmless task that I have for you, though I cannot guarantee your safety. Well, what do you need? Surrounding the village, there are 6 warding totems that have been crafted by a shaman many years ago. We owe much of Barrowholm's survival and beauty to the protection those totems afforded us. However, 3 of them have recently been damaged, and we now risk the bog overtaking what remains of our home. If you wish to help us, then please step out into Ugdenbog on the outskirts of Barrowholm and restore the totems that had fallen. Do this for us, and I am certain Scorv will give you whatever you want in exchange. I'll get it done. You stupid butthole. Okay, so that's just marking them as the quest. Okay. Okay, so I need to restore the northern, eastern, and southern wards. Rescue travelers in northeastern Ugdenbog and in northern Ugdenbog. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through here, and I guess we'll see where these travelers are, right? Rescue is a funny word. I'm not really sure if they're going to spawn in areas that we've already been or not, but I guess I'll just run through the area real quick and keep an eye out.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, right. I should absolutely switch this for damage. There we go. Excellent. So, I mean, obviously, it looks like you can just skip all this bunk if you, you know, tell them to shove off, but why do that, right? Like, you get extra XP, and, you know, you get to pretend to be the good guy, whenever in reality you're just someone with not much better to do. Like, your character is literally an amnesiac who has no attachment to anything, other than, like, I guess I'll go do this stuff. Help, please. You have to get us out of here before those things come back. I've been looking for you. The Coven sent me. Bless the 3, someone came. These fiends set a trap for us like we were animals. They appear to be eating people. This cage was tighter before you got here. Oh, as in there's more people. I can open a rift and send you to the refuge. Please, whatever it takes, just get us out of here. Here we go. Alright, well that's great. I was hoping, though, that that was the other group. Because I'm looking for progress, you know? Like the group of travelers I'm supposed to be rescuing. Wow, these little guys are like artillery, huh? Like mid-range artillery support. Okay. Corrupt Shell. I love it. What a name. Again, I have to, like, imagine that it's the player character who's like, ah, Corrupt Shell. It's not like anyone actually named it. You know, whenever it's just a random enemy, I shall name you Corrupt Shell.
That skill's not ready.
Okay. So we're supposed to be looking in the northeastern Ugden Bog, right? Again, I have to wonder if that includes places I've already been. So I guess I'll just go up here and make sure. Just to be safe. And also, does this include the ruins? I'd like to think not. Because it's like the Ugden Bog, not the ruins in the Ugden Bog. Typically, this game so far has been pretty good about, like, if it says in a place, it means that place. Like, not like, oh, this thing in that place. And if that is the case, it is, like, somewhat understandable. Like, oh, the place behind the dynamite in the flooded passage, for instance, for that one stupid butthole we had to kill for the Rowari. See, this is the undergrowth, so I'd like to think that those guys wouldn't be here, but technically speaking, this is a part of the Ugden Bog. Okay, I'm just going to leave and assume that, you know, just gonna assume. And plus, a lot of this is the Ugden Bog, so I'm not really sure which northeast they're talking about. To be fair, it might even include places like past Barrowholm. So if I go through here and I don't see anything, I'm just going to assume that that's what that means. Like, it's not talking about this stuff, it's talking about the stuff past Barrowholm that's part of the bog. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that. Let's, yeah, because I feel like if... Because this technically is the Ugden Bog still, I think, right? I want to believe that that's the case. And if not, well then whatever. But it did say, like that one guy did say that it's keeping the bog at bay. And those totems, I mean, that they're keeping the bog at bay. And if there's a north totem, right, north of Barrowholm, then that means that the Ugden Bog technically extends past Barrowholm. At least I want to believe that's the case.
Is there something you need?
Okay, I'm not really sure why there's another star there, but whatever. Yo, what the heck is that? What the fu- What? Yeah, okay, guys. Yeah, this cheery town just so happens to have a dark altar of what seems to be Wendigo worship. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think I know where the cannibals are. Yeah, okay, so we're still in the Ugden Bog, like I thought. Okay, so this is what? This appears to be one of the wards originally created by the denizens of Ugden Bog, but it has since faded. Restoring it should not be too difficult. Reactivate. Yeah, okay. So So which one was that? The northern ward? So what's over here then? Ravagard unstoppable. Well, this is bad. Wendigos, just straight up Wendigos, okay. Kinda trying to focus. Want to make sure that I don't miss anything on the mini-map that indicates a quest marker. Like I said, it is good to know that this still counts as the Ugdenbog. Valarius Arcane, so yeah, these are just a bunch of Wendigos, huh? Okay, I mean, good to know what I'm dealing with, I guess. Not that it truly matters. Guess I should flip the camera around so I can see what's ahead of me. Alright, so this is like a little round, like, oh, so there's another one of their, human bone and... Yeah. Human bone and let's just say optimistically some strange kind of fiber. Totems. Alright.
I can't do that yet.
So yeah, this is sort of a like an alternate side path sort of deal, but at least they, and I do like this, that you get to see the different wards, but you can also see that those wards are all kind of pointing like towards the town, yeah, but like sort of you can tell that they're related to that awful Wendigo shrine that we saw. So yeah, these people absolutely are not good folks. Not that it was really a secret, since they have a witch's object of... They have like a coven's object of power, and they're using it for this, like... anodyne, like, saccharine... What I have to assume is some kind of illusion magic or something. Because, I mean, come on, this, like... bright, sunshiny. You could see the bloom coming off of this. It's not, it's fake. It's faker than a $3 bill, man. Like, ugh. That's not real sunlight. It's not real. Just BS. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be the next one. The next totem, I'm guessing. Yeah, here we go. So that's the eastern ward. Okay. And then I guess over here will be the southern ward, right? Yeah. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but you gotta wonder what the desire to live in a place like this would be. I mean, sure, I guess you could say, oh, well, it's naturally defended, right? Like, if you could somehow stake out a way to live in a place like this, like they have in Barrowholm, then you don't really have to worry about it being attacked, I guess. Like, the environs are so hostile that any invading force would just be ruined by that crap. But then on the other hand, you kind of gotta wonder, like, okay, well, if you can't step more than 30 feet outside of your village without being flayed alive by cannibals, maybe it's not worth it to live there? Like, I don't know, dude. It's just an idea. Like, maybe you should probably just not do that, right? Like, maybe it's just not like a place that you should try to settle. Okay. I'm just hoping that I can blitz through this so that we can get, again, straight to... Can I, like, get the other thing? There we go. So that we can get to that, devotion shrine, and I can get the bear started so that I don't forget it next time. So I'll probably record more tomorrow. Just cause. Okay, if this is like a mine entrance, yeah, okay. If there's cannibals in here, then I'll know that we're probably getting kind of close. I'm not sure that this will be where they're at, though, the folks that we gotta save. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any cannibals. Just a bunch of crabs. Well, I mean, you know. Not dedicated cannibals. Just a bunch of, you know, opportunistic cannibals. Because I'm pretty sure most species of crab will, like, eat other crabs of the same species. I feel like that's a thing, kind of like spiders, you know, like they engage in cannibalism, just like not as a matter of course, more as just a thing that happens in certain circumstances. I know I've probably already said it enough, like, in a different episode, since it's the kind of thing that I absolutely feel like bringing up every time I can. But cannibalism is inherently funny to me as, like, the idea of, oh, this is the tribe of dedicated cannibals, because you know how long it takes to grow a freaking human? Like, talk about being the dumbest, like, singular dumbest kind, like, being a dedicated predator of adult humans is the dumbest, hands down thing. Anyway, this guy says, by the gods, they're eating people. You'll be okay. I come from Barrowholm nearby, where they also eat people. There's a settlement in this hellhole? You know what? I don't care where we go at this point. Just please get us out of here. I can get you there via Riftgate. Yes, fine, whatever. Just get us to safety. See you in Barrowholm. You're probably going to be used as a sacrifice, given everything that I just saw there, but hey, whatever. But yeah, it's like, that is, let's be real here, one of the reasons probably that nothing is a dedicated predator of humans is that it takes so long to grow a freaking human. Like, you would, like, okay, for every one cannibal, you'd have to, like, have, what, a full-grown man every 3 days? You'd run out of people pretty quickly. Like, it's that level of just goofy, like, it's cartoonish, basically. Like, sure, I get the idea of maybe cannibal as in they eat anyone who comes into their territory, but that's not the same as being a cannibal, you know what I mean? Like, it's always presented as this is their sole diet, like the cannibals out of Kenshi. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't you can't live solely off of eating other humans. It's just dim. You'd run out of humans. You'd depopulate the entire freaking area. Okay, so that was the northern Ugdenbog, folks. So we've got to get to the northeastern Ugdenbog, folks, which are presumably further east of where we found those guys. You know. So let's go do that. Let's go free ourselves from the shackles of having to help these murderous freaks living in Barrowholm, who are probably, let's be real, going to attack us anyway. I vaguely recall, I don't actually remember, but I vaguely recall that, like, the witch that speaks for the Coven, that sets you on this path to begin with, basically says, like, we don't know what's going on, but there's, like, some kind of actual power, like, using this item of power in the north or whatever. So, like, I want to say that I remember that she basically made some kind of mention that the people of Barrowholm aren't, like, normal. So I guess it's not going to be a surprise whenever they turn out to just be using the people that we send there as sacrifices, probably. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. But still. Yeah, the dedicated, like, the obligate cannibal thing is just so, like, Looney Tunes-esque. Because it just violates just basic math. I can't help but, like, find it goofy, like, cartoonish. Okay. I didn't miss them, right? So they're probably actually in or through the mine, like the mine is a way to travel around or something, unless maybe down here technically counts as northeastern Ugdenbog, which would be a little goofy, a little bit grim too, but whatever.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, I don't see any cannibals over here. Okay. Oh, no, there's a cannibal cage. Maybe we are on the right path. I feel like Northeastern is a bit of a misnomer if we find them over here, though. It's more like just... I mean, I guess it's technically northeastern of the entire Ugdenbog, but that seems like it's a misnomer, especially since the other guys were the northern. Right? Like the northern group of travelers. Yeah, I guess... Wow, okay. Yeah, that definitely should have been listed a bit differently. I feel like it could have been worded a bit better. Like, actual structural criticism there. I feel like that quest is not worded very well. The northern is fine. Like, northeastern is not. And I'm going to explain why, too, because this right here... Like... Where was the southern? Like, wasn't the southern ward, like, over here or something? This is northeastern, but this is southern? What? I don't care if it's relative, like, you need to make this relative. Like, all of it relative to Barrowholm. Like, these guys should have been in northeastern Barrowholm, Ugdenbog or something, and this should have been southeastern Barrowholm, Ugdenbog for the quest description, I feel. I just think that's misleading enough. Yeah, because, again, like... Where was that totem at? On the map? Like, the eastern totem? Like, over here was either the eastern or the southern totem. It's like, this is not northeastern. This isn't even northeastern relative to what was called northern. This is still southern. Like, this isn't east, right, of where we found the other guys. So it doesn't even make sense. Because even if you want to say, like, oh, well, the totems were labeled north, east, and south were relative to each other. Like, we found the northern guys up here, and this is northeastern? Like, come on. Have mercy, help us escape. You'll be okay. I come from Barrowholm, nearby. Our prayers have been answered. Thank you, stranger. I can get you there via Rift Gate. A what? No, that's not going to work. We're not getting out of one fire to jump into another. I promise you it's much safer than traversing the bog. She hesitates. Alright, anything to be anywhere but here. Well, see you in Barrowholm. Alright, so that was simple enough, I guess. Let's get back to Barrowholm and just notice that they get sacrificed or something. Right? Like, that's totally what's going to be going on here, right? Right? Like, that's just what they're going to be doing, right? I see that the warding aura surrounding Barrowholm appears to have been restored. So you are good for something. I'll go ahead and give Score of the word that you can be trusted. Good. Mutagenic ichor, great. Seems we won't be spilling your blood today. Maybe you can make yourself useful once more? Yeah, maybe later.
A blessed welcome, traveler.
The travelers you rescued arrived just before you returned. I must thank you for your aid. It seems it was not going to be long before they became food for those savages. They will be much better suited here. Seemed like the right thing to do. The Great One will take note of what you did this day, I am sure of it. Great, where are the survivors? They were so terrified, those poor things. We took them inside the cellars to get some fresh clothes, feed them a bowl of orange soup, and get them rested for tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Sure, what is it? There's a matter of blood and carnage that awaits us, but Scorv will not let me leave the village unguarded, so it falls to you. Just to the east, there's an old mine that had provided jobs for the people of Barrowholm for generations. Its resources are now mostly dried up, but we've since used the abandoned tunnels to store emergency supplies. It seems something has broken through the sealed entrance and is now wreaking havoc on our food stores. We cannot allow this to happen. Your food stores, huh? Okay. Go into the mine to the east of Barrowholm and exterminate whatever vermin had found their way inside, and I shall see that some of our supplies are shared with you. Yeah, I'll clear out the mine, but I'm not sure I want any of what you're eating, pal. Freak. Like, I'm not sure I want any. Thanks. Might as well go do that before they, you know, do the Scooby-Doo mask off moment and I end up having to kill all of them. Which is absolutely going to happen. I'm sure of it. That's how these things always end, right? It's like, alright, yep, I'm definitely going to have to...
Can't do that yet.
Gonna have to perform a localized exterminatus on this village. Alright, let's do the needful. Let's just go ahead and do this. If nothing else, it gets us again some XP. We clear out the quest ledger and can't say that we missed anything. At least in this area. Like, I'm gonna try to be as... Clear out Ugdenbog pit creepers. Okay. Whatever that is. I guess we'll be finding out soon, huh? Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be very judicious in what kind of quests I just leave on the ledger and which ones I skip. And ones like this, you know, it's like, alright, I'll just go in there and clear it all out. Like, why not? But, okay, so there's at least two north of us. Look at on the map. Hopefully they're all in one good spot so we can just chunk all of them at once. Oh no, tiny crabs! Eldritch. Plant Eldritch. I never noticed that that's their type is Eldritch. That's kind of odd. I guess it makes sense. I feel like I need to put down a portal here just in case things go sour. Okay, I didn't even see what the pit creeper was, so I guess that's a good thing, right? Means that it was a non-threat, I guess. What the heck? Where the... Okay. Okay, yeah, that's how I get through here. The stalwart Ugdenbog girdle of blood. Yeah, alright. It's just like a leather belt. I was hoping that that was what led towards the other pit creepers. I guess it technically is. Ah, my ears itchy. Hold on. Let me check the time. Okay. Not quite half in the video yet. I guess I will be going for another one at this rate. That's not bad. I don't mind. Okay. So what is a pit creeper? What am I killing even, since I didn't notice? Oh no, a crab ambush. A crab bush. We're between a rock and a hard shell. Oh no. Alright. Stupid puns aside. Oh, it's just another kind of crab. Why is it that particular crab subspecies? Okay, man. Also, their food stores are down here, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this really looks like where you keep your food. This looks like this is the food. Like, you have giant crabs down here. Just keep the giant... This is like a giant live well, bro. Well, I guess an undead well for some of them, but still, it's like a giant live well, bro. What am I even doing? Yeah, like, what is this? Like, just keep the crabs. I mean, I get that they're probably, like, horrific cannibals, but still, it's like, just keep the freaking crabs. Speaking of, I'm just slaying the rest of these for the XP, like, why not? I kind of want to get more damage, like more of that Oleron's Rage going. Since more physical damage means more elemental damage, which more elemental damage scales kind of well, right? Okay, well, I've reached the limit of my patience with this sub area. I just kind of want to get, again, to the bear. Was navigating using the compass there, or radar, whatever you want to call it. I'm not, yeah, I am. I'm totally going through the freaking...
That skill's not ready.
Side path. Which is not good. Don't want to do that. Okay, let us turn this in, and hopefully they won't have any more requests. Also, is it just me, or did the, you know, the environment get a little bit more spooky? So, has the mine been secured? Have you butchered the pests threatening our supplies? Yes, the infestation has been dealt with. That's good news. A pity I could not spill their blood myself. Here, these materials should prove useful to you. You should feel fortunate. It's not exactly easy to scrounge up that much scrap in a bog. So 12 scrap and plus 500 barrel home rep. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever, bro. Where's the item of power?
I am so pleased that we could come to an understanding here, rather than resorting to needless bickering. As promised, my stash is open to you. You're welcome to take the fetish.
Anything else I can do to help?
I am thoroughly pleased to hear that you've been mingling among our people and finding a place for yourself in our little society outsider. However, not all are as willing to accept our master's visions for this region as you are.
Your master?
Yes, our protector, our guiding star through the tumultuous chaos. Once we were lost and dying. The bog threatened to consume us, but the Wendigo spirit showed us another way.
Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not know this. I called it. This is a called shot. I'm just letting you know, I had no idea that I was right whenever I said that they were doing Wendigo worship, that was like a Wendigo thing. I was right. Like, I had no, whenever I say I had no idea, I mean, I had no certainty. I just had inference, and my inference was absolutely correct. The Wendigo spirit?
The Wendigo spirit is ancient manifestation of life itself. It has protected us for generations. All for a little harmless worship.
Harmless? Like those things attacking me out there?
You describe the uglier side of things, yes. But do not take the flesh-crazed as representation of the greater picture. They are but a symptom of a world that is sick. We are the true chosen of ravaging. We have been uplifted, as can you be.
So, what was the problem?
We've always had tense relations with the nearby gathering of witches. But so long as we stayed to our sides of the bog, we generally had no issues. In many ways, we are just as much outcasts as they are. And so we've had somewhat of a mutual understanding. But there is one among them known as Laria the Hexer, who does not respect our little truce. Unlike her sisters, she lives within Ugden Bog itself, and from it she weaves eldritch magic in order to subdue our master's plans. In fact, it was her who damaged our totems. High time her meddling is ended. Find the den of this witch. Deal with her. Good.
Okay. We're gonna leave that on the ledger and not do it. Meddling witch, I like that. Yeah, we'll get rid of the jagged waste thing too. And descent into torment. Okay, well, we've got Scorv's stash, so where is Scorv's stash? Here we go. Alright. So, yeah, let's just leave. We're done here. These freaks can remain among themselves. Is this where? No, this isn't where I need to go. This is... Alright. Okie dokie. Well, we did it. Ah, my ear. Ah. Well, first let's go talk to that other lady who wanted us to rescue the, Where the heck is she? Yeah, okay. It seems that we owe you a debt of gratitude. The sisters you found while out in Ugdenbog have all returned safely thanks to you. You're welcome. They've already suffered under the Empire. They deserve a better life. Getting devoured by those beasts would have been a cruel end. Thank you, and here my end of the deal as promised. Okay, whatever. Yeah, glad they're safe. Yada yada, whatever. Let's sprint off back to where we actually are meant to go next. if I can find my way through this crap hole. Traveling by the mini-map isn't always the best, but hey, you know, I try to make do. Anyway, Garadia.
You've returned. Are you ready to complete our bargain?
Yes, finally. Here it is, as promised.
You chose to negotiate with the thieves. That is your business. All that matters is that the fetish is back in our hands. Now, for our end of the deal.
What do we do next?
In now forgotten times, our kind used to travel to Ugdumbog in order to perform dark bindings at the altar of Ratosh. The altar has not seen use in decades, and now lies forgotten on the northern edge of the bog. However, it is a place where the veil between realities is at its thinnest.
How will this help me?
The altar of Ratosh is a rare place in Cairn where one can pierce the veil. I've marked Ulgrim's keepsake with the runes of seeking. Place it upon the altar and a way into the void should be revealed. Whether you find your friend alive on the other side, or just his tainted bones, that I do not know. But the void may offer you more than just salvation for Ulgrim. Once it had served as a means of traversing great distances, though not always with predictable results. If the cult of Chthon had opened rifts near Malmouth, then perhaps you can use the void as a tunnel. While I cannot promise you success, it is perhaps your only chance of bringing back Ulgrim and reaching Malmouth. Seek out the altar of Ratosh in the northern reaches of Ugdumbog, beyond Barrowholm. I wish you luck.
You say that you no longer use this altar. Why?
That is a tale steeped in myths and legends. But I suppose we learned the hard way to steer clear of the dark promises of that altar. No sister dares approach it. You may not like what I offer, but I assure you, there is no other way.
I guess this is the best we've got. Into the jaws of madness.
Now that you have what you came for, I was wondering if we could do more for one another.
No. Absolutely not.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Ulgrim's keepsake, okay.
Iron well spent.
Okay, so the altar of Ratosh, and that is where? Okay. Alright. Let's find this altar. I'm going to look it up on my phone. So, if I look this up, to the jaws of madness. Okay. North of Barrowholm. Okay. Alright, so it's like up here. Apparently. I guess I'll go through here. And the reason why I explicitly do not want to end this recording session yet is because walking back through here with everything leveled up and having to fight through everything again would be such a royal pain in the rear. I don't feel like doing it. So let's see if we can get to the other side of this next episode. And you best believe I'm going to throw down a rift so that we ain't got to worry too much if we bite the big one. Up. I figured. I had a feeling. Had a funny feeling. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, so you can see, right, that's the great conflagration north that you can't get across, and that's why, is because of those stupid buttholes. Again, really great design, right? Like, legit really great design. Like, you can actually see why you can't just walk, right? I wish they had a way to show why you can't just go across the Great Lake in the middle. I mean, I know they mentioned it, but I wish they had a way to show why you can't just traverse this body of water. Okay. Gifts of the gods, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and read that. Ah, before us stood 3 horrifying... Oh, I bet I know what 3 came out of that. They basically summoned, and this is funny AF. I don't know why my physique went down again, by the way. But, if we look here, the witch gods, of the Eldritch realm. So you've got, Dreeg, Ismael, and what's the other one? I forget its name, but I know what its symbol is. We saw it earlier. No, that's not it. It should be one of the red ones, I think. Because it's the bindings of Bismiel, it's the Eye of Dreeg, and the dagger of... Where is he? Where is it? Yeah, Soleil. Yeah, so basically the idiots summoned Dreeg, Bismiel, and Soleil, and they just got wiped. Like, that's what I'm reading out of that. That's funny AF. Like, that's actually funny. Like, oh, you think you're gonna, you know... you think you're gonna transcend them, and then... Yeah, you just get horrifically wrecked. Anyway, gonna cut the video here, and however much longer this recording session goes, I don't know, but we will go until I get to that stupid devotion point, so that I won't forget what, thing I'm supposed to be going after. And I think, if I look, I don't think I have... Oh, I do! Oh, excellent! Okay, cool. Actually, I'll still go until we get through whatever is ahead, just because I said I would, and, you know, like, I'd feel kind of bad hyping it up like that and then not doing it, but we can get the bear. We can get the bear! Like, right now. Or not. Where's the... Okay. Okay, hold on. Port icon. Come on. Where is it? Where's the person I gotta go to shift around my stats? Maybe there's one at the Witch's Coven. I'm going to hope that's the case. I'm going to be a little upset if I can't find the, or maybe there's one here, back at Homestead. That'd be based. I'd love that. Looking for this on the map. Okay. Kinda hoping I would find someone there. Maybe at the Coven Refuge. Yes, yes, excellent. Okay, cool. I was worried there for a second. Okay.
What troubles you?
Devotion. I don't need that anymore.
Safe journey.
And I can use that point. Oh, I did level up too. Alright, well, I'm just putting them in here. But I can also use the devotion point to get the bear. First step of the bear. Where's the bear? Here it is. Excellent. Plus 40% physical damage, just right off the bat. That's not bad, but that's all defensive, and I don't really care about defensive stuff. Please tell me I had the good sense not to, like, overwrite my... Okay, I think I did. Okay, thank goodness, alright. So, gonna end the video here. We got the first step of the bear. Next time, probably the last video of this recording session, but we're gonna get to Malmouth, hopefully. Let's do it.